Hello guys, Crudless here, and today we're going to talk about something that just happened here on the hotfix pages on the Battle.net info. We have an update from Blizzard fixing some of the stuff for low-level content from 1 to 20 that I wanted to go through with you guys. As you all know, I am really one of those guys that have a lot of alts, and I do enjoy leveling. That's why I have this leveling series on my channel as well, so it will impact that series, as some of these changes will impact the health of mobs and some things about the strength of your characters between level 1 and 20, basically. The reason why Blizzard is doing this is probably because there will be an influx of players during the weeks after the movie, trying out the free accounts and stuff like that. And because 1 to 20 is free, of course, until you don't have to buy a subscription until you are above level 20. So that's probably why they are doing this, to make sure that most people will continue to play and to increase the quality of the low-level content. So what are the changes in this hotfix here from May 21st? First of all, there is a note from the developers. Over the past couple of weeks, we have rolled out a series of hotfixes aimed at improving overall pacing and playability of the low-level 1 to 20 experience. We started by adding a number of modern conveniences to our low-level quest experience, and will continue to roll these improvements forward across other legacy content in the future. We've also made some improvements to the overall pace of combat at low levels. Due to the accumulated effect of years worth of max level tuning adjustments, many classes were killing low-level enemies nearly instantaneously, even without heirloom gear or other advantages. A summary of the hotfixes follows. So yeah, we've experienced this a lot, especially in my playthrough as well. Barely just using the regular gear that we get from quest because of the stat squishes, because of like changes to versatility and stuff like that. Mobs die really quickly. So here are a couple of these changes that they mention in the post. Most quest bosses from level 1 to 20 should now be multitap and will scale their health with the numbers of players fighting them. This will basically make like these certain, like Hogger for example, in this case, will become a boss if stronger in this case, like enemies in Tanan Jungle for example, if more people are fighting them, and you won't be able to like tag a mob and steal the kill. People can cooperate organically in the environment. This is really nice in my opinion. They've added dynamic respawn behavior to most level 1 to 20 outdoor areas, so that spawns will be more readily available during times of high player traffic. If you level through quests, the starting quests in Westfall, you will notice that a lot of players are camping, especially around like the second farms that you reach, where there are these vultures, and the boars and stuff are always dead. So having this respawn behavior here depend on how many players are in the area is fantastic news. Next point is players who die in low-level dungeons should now release to the entrance of the dungeon, consistent with the practice in dungeons from more recent expansions. So this is really nice as well. Players don't have to deal with the hassle of running from the spawn point, the resurrection point outside of the dungeon. And also, it might also affect the speed leveling thing that I made a video about that a lot of people have seen. Where if you leave the dungeon, you'll be transported out to the nearest graveyard. But in this case, you might respawn inside it, making that process of leveling even quicker, perhaps. So we'll see how that turns out. At least it's a really good way to improving the quality of life of the player. Next off, a really important post here, probably the most important point, is that level 1 to 10 enemy NPCs now deal slightly more damage. Now, we don't know what slightly more damage is, but this will create a harder process of leveling from 1 to 10, making the enemies more dangerous. So you gotta be more in line with higher level content in that way, and it probably won't be that much damage, let's be honest guys, but it's a good change in my opinion. Next point is reduced the bonus to out of combat health regeneration that players received when below level 20. So in my opinion, since the NPCs don't really deal that much damage to you when you are below level 20 regardless, this hasn't been a problem because my health have always been topped off, with the regeneration also being really high below level 20. This synergizes with the point above, with the NPCs dealing more damage, and you having slower out of combat regeneration will probably force you to maybe eat again. It's been a while since I've eaten on a low-level character, to be honest, and you get a lot of food from some of the quests there, especially in Westfall or in the Dwarven areas, so having food is probably useful again for low-level characters. This will also kind of show you some of the harder parts of Warcraft when you get to higher levels. And finally, the last point is that let's read this thing out. Reduced player damage at low levels to improve overall combat pacing. In general, strength and agility classes saw a larger reduction in damage than did casters. Damage dealt is unchanged from level 40 onwards. Are they talking about the changes here during this change? So that strength and agility classes has had their damage reduced more than the casters have, and this is unchanged from level 40 onwards. This is a change from 1 to 40 then, from 1 to 39, and it also synergizes well with the reduced combat generation up to level 20. So I guess there is, you'll be in longer battles with enemies. This will make the leveling process slower, and it might be negative point for you guys if you want to level quickly. But also it will make fights more important. You gotta be more careful, use your spells more. This will teach players how to be their class and to use their moves. Perhaps, hopefully. So the last comment is, we see these changes as the beginning rather than an endpoint. Much work remains to improve tuning and pacing of the old world level up experience, and our efforts will continue into Legion and beyond. So hopefully with the addition of the Legion animations, with the improvements to quality of life, this will make the leveling experience even better. As I love leveling, and hopefully this will make leveling even more bearable or more enjoyable for you guys as well. So hopefully we'll see more of these changes in the future. I'll keep you updated if they do. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and see you guys next time on something else. Make sure to like the video if you did enjoy it, share it with your friends or on the interwebs if you think other people will find this useful. And also don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, because I'm going to remind you about that, because I want you to see more of my stuff. That's transparent right there. So see you guys next time, and you've been awesome. Bye bye until next time.